This
creating
conference will now be recorded.
a chapter for Hawaii. So do you want to take a moment and talk?
Yeah, that'd be great. My whole purpose of creating this chapter is I see NACHI as probably one of the most valuable tools that I have for my business. They offer so much, and and you know, I'm not putting down the other inspectors or the other inspector organizations, but I really think that our association with NACHI has really been um, instrumental in dominating our market. We offer the buyback guarantee. We offer the $10,000 indemnity to the agents, the negligent referral thing, and
Yep.
then all of the other stuff that NACHI offers. It's just a treasure chest of things that set me apart from my competition here. And I think that if NACHI members who may not be familiar with all that they offer, um, I just want to get the word out to what NACHI can do for your business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we have about 70 InterNACHI members in Hawaii spread out through the island. So that's your challenge, right? To start a chapter, you're going to have to go just like this, a video conference, once you get the
Yep.
technology down.
It's still horribly expensive to fly inter-island. I doubt that
Yeah.
we're going to get together very often, if at all.
Yep. Well, why don't we talk about a few things? I have a few things in mind, but if anybody wants to interrupt or join in or anything like that, that'd be fine by me. So just like we talked about before, I'm gonna mute everyone else's microphone so it's nice and clear. So sorry about that, Edward.
Okay.
So Mike, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the people attending the meeting should be able to see it. You should be able to see me waving to you and my slides. So we can talk about these topics from certification to state-specific information that'll be beneficial to you. Resources so that you're not alone. There's mentoring and there's an inspection community. There's advice and answers. We'll go over that. Also, staff support. So there's 40 full-time people who work at InterNACHI, and they have a directive. Their main intention is to work for you, InterNACHI members. And if you're not taking advantage of that, that's a mistake. So I'll give you an example. There are 7 highly creative, intelligent people in the member marketing team, and they actually don't work on InterNACHI marketing. They work on your marketing. So imagine the cost to your business of hiring 7 people to work full-time on consulting with you about your marketing strategies and print services and other things like that. It would be astronomical. You wouldn't be able to do it, but you are able to do it because you're an InterNACHI member and those services are free. Now, the printing of the business cards, let's say you want 1,000 business cards for $50, I don't know what it is. That is a cost, right? The printing cost is something you'll incur. It's overhead for your business anyways. But I wouldn't go to like Vistaprint or some other place that doesn't concentrate on designing marketing services and print materials for home inspectors. That's all this 7-person member marketing team does. They just work with home inspectors about their marketing. So they're really good. And if you're not taking advantage of contacting staff, that's probably a mistake. We can talk about business and legal resources, membership dashboard, that's really important, training, certification, and continuing education. I know Hawaii doesn't regulate home inspectors, but you really should be certified. Consumers just now look for some kind of certification. We can talk about software and inspection report writing, branding, marketing, and websites, calculating profitable fees, handling complaints, real estate agents and getting job leads, live training on NACHI TV, and we also have a 15-step checklist that has everything that everybody should know to be successful in Hawaii as a home inspector. All right.
Cool.
So next slide that I have. If anybody has any questions though, okay, I'm gonna try to mute your microphone so that my microphone's nice and clear. because we're recording this for the folks who weren't able to attend. Just type in your question, and there's a little chat box at the bottom right corner, okay? And Mike, I can't mute your microphone, so be careful with your microphone so we can hear you.
I'll be quiet.
Talking about certification, InterNACHI certification is all online. So you log into your account. How do you log into your account? So if you're not certified by InterNACHI, here's how you do it. And just to make sure that everybody knows how to get certified by InterNACHI and use the certification logo. So you go to NACHI.org page, NACHI.org, NACHI.org, just like that. And top right corner is your login. Mine's a little bit different because I work at InterNACHI. But I'll scroll down to my home page, and it should look like that. At the top, I got a few messages from admin at the InterNACHI headquarters telling me a couple important things, so you should attend to that. If you scroll down a little bit more, there's InterNACHI CPI certification. There is no state licensing, so you want to click the button that says certification progress and see where you are. And so there are some prerequisites. You got to complete the standards of practice course, the code of ethics course, the online exam. You got to submit a couple mock inspection reports, sign your affidavit, and then you're good to go. You are considered a certified home inspector by InterNACHI, but you also have continuing education requirements. You got to finish the program. But as soon as you become a CPI, a certified professional inspector, a whole world of opportunity opens up to you. Don't think about being a member only and taking advantage of all of the membership benefits. You want to attain certification. For example, remember the 7-person marketing team? They work with certified inspectors because we use certification logos on all of your marketing, right? So you have to be certified first. Mm-hmm. So attain certification, and then we can work with you, and a lot of things open up for you, especially getting leads. So back here in Colorado, we have a school that's the InterNACHI House of Horrors, and we have a home inspector school, a training class, 5-day training class. And it's funny because at the end of the class, we get you certified and we turn on your phone, essentially. You become visible or invisible. And sometimes the new students, after the 5 days, they'll attain certification and their phone rings during class. It has actually happened because we generate leads for you. People in Hawaii using a zip code to look for a home are also looking for a real estate agent, a bank, and a home inspector. And we try to capture those potential leads on the web and direct them to your website. So you have to be certified, you have to have a website, and you have to update your account online. You have to update your profile through your membership account. So I'm going to talk about logging into your membership account and your dashboard a lot during this presentation because it's really important. We can't help you if you don't get certified, right? You're just a member with membership benefits. That's good. So state-specific information. We have a few things that are specific to Hawaii. And so you go to the Hawaii webpage, nachi.org/Hawaii. If you go there, let me slide my browser over so you can see it. So it kind of looks like this, how to become a certified home inspector in Hawaii. And it talks about that we're an accredited school. InterNACHI just attained national accreditation by the U.S. Department of Education. We're essentially a university. So anything you do, if anybody asks, are you certified? If any real estate agent asks, if any contractor doubts your certification, feel confident in saying, yeah, I'm certified. I actually went through the certification program that's accredited by the U.S. Department of Education. So there's a link about how to become a certified home inspector and gain access to that really cool logo, certified professional inspector logo. That's a federally registered certification mark. There's a Hawaii chapter, obviously. Mike, he's online. If you're ever in Colorado or Florida, we have houses of horrors, entire houses filled with 1,000 defects. That's kind of fun. We also have continuing education. If you wanted to learn how to inspect a roof or moisture intrusion, right? There's a lot of rain in where you guys are, and ladies. We have a moisture intrusion course. So go to our continuing education page. We have insurance if you wanted to back up and protect yourself and your house with some E&O or general liability insurance. If you get your computer stolen out of your truck, that'll cover you. We also have free real estate CE. So Hawaiian real estate professionals need to renew their license by taking continuing education. InterNACHI, the InterNACHI University, is accredited by Hawaii to provide those CE credits to those professionals in Hawaii to renew their license. You can use that to your advantage. You can invite real estate agents that you bump into to take free online continuing education through InterNACHI. There's not a lot of radon in Hawaii because you've got a lot of volcanic stuff. There's a course about wood destroying organisms because the Hawaiian Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs requires pest field operators to be, well, they regulate, and they may regulate if you're going to comment upon, if you're going to like try to identify a wood destroying organism, that inspection is likely regulated. If you want to comment well on the home energy efficiency or deficiencies that you find during a home inspection, we actually have a home energy inspector certification and software online. And we also have other resources. So you want to go through your state-specific website, and that's at nachi.org/Hawaii. Again, folks are joining in. If you'd like to ask a question to me, Ben at InterNACHI, or Mike starting a chapter in Hawaii, feel free to chat your questions, okay? And also this is being video recorded, so I'll send you a link to the video recording if you missed something. Again, you're not alone. If you want to hook up with a mentor, we have a mentoring program. It's nachi.org/mentoring, like it says there. So you go there and there's the mentoring program. So you can find a mentor by clicking the big blue button, find a mentor. Or if you are a veteran inspector, a certified master inspector, someone with a lot of experience and is willing to volunteer, you can become a mentor as well. You can participate in this mentoring program. We also have an online inspection community. Yeah, Mike?
Yep. I just said interesting.
Oh, yep. We also have an online inspection community. It's the forum. So we updated the nachi.org/forum. You can go there and just about every day I get members asking me questions that staff can't really answer because you want more than one voice in this issue that you may have about a particular system, or maybe it's a problem with a real estate agent or a complaint, and you just want to talk to other inspectors. We have a lot of inspectors on the inspection forum, the inspection community forum. And so you go there and it's, you kind of have to earn badges in order to post first. So you kind of have to read and comment and engage and discuss, and then you'll be able to post. But you can go there at any moment. You're not alone. There's hundreds of inspectors always on there. It's an online forum, so have a thick skin. Sometimes the veterans late at night will kind of pick on you for asking questions. Find local inspectors. So if you wanted to hook up with local inspectors in your area, but you don't know where they are, go to our search engine and look for certified inspectors. And you go to that web page that I'm showing and you click Hawaii. And there we all are. So on the top, Kenneth Siders is there with house check. He's in Honolulu. And you can go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and there's the inspector, the area, and the phone number, and other contact information, okay? And there's Michael, he's in Kapaa. How do you pronounce that?
Kapaa.
Kapaa. And Kauai Home Inspection Services, and you click the link there, and you can get his details as well. So there you are. And I like that logo. You are a certified professional inspector. You got the logo there, got the link to your website, which is actually a really good website, Mike. Good job. And
Thank you.
This is where we send people who are looking for home inspectors in your area. Just like I searched for a home inspector in Hawaii, and I landed on Mike's information page on nachi.org. Right there is the link to his own website. when Mike logs into his own account, he can check how many leads InterNACHI has generated for him and his website. And I'll show you that later. And all those lead generation services from InterNACHI are free because it's easy to do. So there is how you find local inspectors in your area. There's the Hawaii chapter, obviously. We have a chapter system for forming your own chapter, and Mike is forming the chapter for Hawaii, thank goodness. So I think it's needed. We have a lot of inspectors in Hawaii, but since you're spread out in many different islands and areas, maybe you can get online and do a video conference, and Mike's gonna lead that. So thank you, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
If you have questions and you just want a quick answer, and maybe staff isn't available because we're on a different time zone or something, you can go to nachi.org/FAQ. So open that up and it looks like this. And maybe you just completed an online course about moisture intrusion and you want to ask, how do I download my certificate of completion? Oop, I misspelled it. But here, it pops up anyways. How do I download a certificate of completion? And you click that, that's the answer. So we have all of these answers available to you if you have a question and you can't reach anybody on staff, because that's why we're here. We have a lot of people working in InterNACHI, and we're here to answer your questions and help you with anything. The sign behind me, we really believe it. Everything you need all in one place. So that's what we mean, and that's what we say, and we try to provide you everything you need. So I expect a lot of questions being emailed to me, or rather, email Mike. To find other events, like the National Home Inspector Convention coming up, we're having it in Southern California. If you want to take a business trip, vacation trip, you know, Southern California, October 2020. Go to nachi.org. How do you find, how about like maybe an online event? You log into your account. So that's what I'm doing now. And there's my home page. And I scroll down my home page and it says upcoming InterNACHI events. And what do we have? Well, we have a certified residential thermographer training class at the House of Horrors. We have another class at the House of Horrors and another class at the House of Horrors, but you can click full calendar and get all of the events. And now you see chapter events. There's one in Wisconsin. There's a webinar coming up about water and how to avoid the top 50% of claims. So that's a really good, I'll be doing that tomorrow. It's live, but it'll be recorded again. So just register. There's a ton of events if you scroll down. InterNACHI is really rocking, and that's because our members are successful and active, and they're participating in events, and we help promote them. So if you're looking to do something like travel to California, we've got an event for you. And don't miss out on the latest news too. So to make sure that your business has all the latest information available for it, go to InterNACHI's Home Inspector newsletter page and click the green subscribe button and subscribe so that you get the latest news directly right into your inbox and you don't miss anything, because everything new that InterNACHI is involved with and our members are involved with, we stick it in the newsletter. Okay,
Excellent.
Cool.
Excellent.
So again, for folks who are attending, it's being recorded and I'll send you the link to the video recording, but if you have a question, I can't hear or see you, so you got to type in your question, chat them in, okay? Staff support. What if you just have a question about one of the big questions, and it's really difficult to answer, is why isn't my phone ringing? That's one of the questions you can simply ask. And I would direct you to a couple people here who answer that question, like the marketing director, Jessica. I can help you with resources. We also have certified master inspectors on staff who are successful home inspection business operators, and they can help you with that. But if you're looking for support from anyone at InterNACHI, we're on a contact page, nachi.org/contact. And one of the main people that you'll probably get to be friends with very soon, if you're looking for information or help, especially with your account, is Lisa Enza. And she's actually right here with me.
Oh,
There
I'm
she
looking.
is.
Hi.
Hi, Lisa.
So,
Hi.
That's Mike. Mike is on a mic, and we have a few people online.
Okay.
We have Derek, Edward, and Home Detectives, and Vanessa.
Very nice.
So if you have any questions, that's Lisa Enza.
I can't look at the camera.
There you
Hi.
go. And again, you can email me or find us all on the contact page. Do you have anything to say for Hawaii?
You know, if you guys have any ideas about how to make the chapter successful, always share them with Mike or myself. You know, we'd love to grow this chapter because the islands are so different. We might be doing this a little bit unconventional with a lot more webinars, or if you have an idea that works best for you, better timings, etc., we're both all ears with anything. And of course, any membership questions or don't know how to get somewhere on the website, I'm around.
Cool. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Business and legal resources. So InterNACHI has like, do you know LegalZoom? InterNACHI has like a LegalZoom just for our members. And these slides will be available to you. So you don't have to write down all the URLs. But I just wanted to go through all the resources and see if I can overwhelm you. NACHI.org/documents. So there's NACHI.org/documents. If you go there, there it is. We have a free online library of inspection articles. They're like technical articles. But right here we have legal contracts, authorizations, releases, and waivers. So we have, for example, a link to the pre-inspection agreement. This is an online agreement that you get signed before you step onto any property. That'll protect you legally. It sets the expectation of your services for your client. It tells them what you're going to do and what you're not going to do, what you're not required to do. And if you're not using the online agreement system, that's okay. Make sure you get your agreement reviewed by a local business attorney. This one is online and it's constantly updated as the industry changes and as the legal department reviews the contract as well. And also, it's fully customizable. So there's a bunch of templates, actually, probably over a dozen different types of templates within the agreement system that you can use for free. And you can send an agreement. Let's say you schedule online, on the phone, or email, or texting, and you confirm the date and all that good stuff and all the information. You go into the online agreement system, you type it in, put in your fee, and you send it to your client to sign. They can sign with their finger on a mobile device if they wanted to, and send it right back to you. And you can manage all those agreements through your dashboard. So there's all other things, like if you're going to do a sewer scope inspection, right? We have a sewer scope inspection agreement. We also have expert witness agreements. So if you're going to be an expert witness in a trial, you can, there's a ton of documents. Some of them kind of strange, like being an expert witness, but some of them are like ride along. So Mike, you may be interested in the ride along release, where you have somebody in your work vehicle who's riding along and learning how to become a home inspector, and you just sign a release saying, you know, if I fall off the roof, Mike, I'm not going to sue you, right? It was my volunteering to help you while training with you, and I hurt myself. I dropped a hammer on my toe, and I'm not going to sue you. So you may be interested in that kind of document. And there's, as you can see, a ton of documents here. There's sample inspection reports, so you can look at other home inspectors' reports and steal from them. They have volunteered their reports for this purpose. So you copy paste their disclaimers, their narratives, see how they organize their inspection report and compare it with yours, find weaknesses in theirs and pull out their strengths and make yours better. Because your inspection report is probably one of the most important pieces of, one of the most important documents that you create. It's actually a marketing piece as well, because people go through it, and then by the end of the report, they should be convinced that you're the best home inspector for them. So that's the legal document website. Obviously, NACHI.org education/education, we can go there now, has all of the online courses that you need to gain the knowledge that you need, skills and abilities to do an inspection. So let's say you're weak on decks. You type in deck in the search field, like I have highlighted here, and we get a couple courses come up. We have how to perform a deck inspections course and how to perform a deck inspections video course. I like to watch video, so I'll do that one. It's very easy to strengthen any weaknesses that you have by taking InterNACHI's free online courses. And then this is the one that I really like. Every InterNACHI inspector, whether you're new, green, or a veteran, should do the business development app. And I'm going to show you that. So you log in to your account and you get to the business development app. So I'm going to log in here. Again, my dashboard, initial dashboard, is a little different than yours, but here's the home page that we share. And you scroll down and let's see, where can I find it? I always miss it. Oh, there it is. Sorry. On the left side, it says business development. So it's near the top of the menu on the left side, and it says business development. You click that and you get to BizDevelop. This is a free business development tool built by InterNACHI that helps inspection companies grow and become more profitable. And it's a series of questions. And the questions that you answer are dynamic, depending on how you answer and when you answer it. It adjusts the questions, and it's trying to find out your weaknesses. Like, have you done this? And have you done this yet? And have you tried this? And do you know about this? And do you have a logo? And can you show me your logo? And can you upload this? And it works through a series of questions, and it forces you to think about the areas of your business that you haven't planned out and that are kind of weak and that you need to work on. Because success in business isn't about doing just one thing really well. It's having a series of things, like little levers that you push forward just a little bit at a time. And that's why I always recommend to our InterNACHI inspectors to work on your business almost every evening. Work on your home inspection report after every job. Just make sure, maybe I could have written that a little bit better. Or maybe next time I'm going to have that narrative ready to click because I see this defect all the time. Or tonight I'm going to work on updating my header in my website so it looks better. Or I'm going to integrate a texting app so that people can text me and schedule jobs. It's just a little bit at a time. And this business app helps you do that. So I highly recommend log into your account. On the left side near the top, it says business development, and click it. Member dashboard. We've logged in a bunch of times, but let me log in again. Here's what it looks like, your home page. And if there's something wrong with your account, at the top, it'll be highlighted and you can attend to that thing. CPI certification, big button there. If you scroll down, you can click that online agreement system that we have. Also, Mike mentioned earlier in the meeting about the buyback guarantee. Details about that are right there. And if you wanted insurance, we have discounted E&O insurance. We have an insurance partner that recognizes InterNACHI membership. And there's the leads, the recent leads sent to you by InterNACHI. And so I'm not a home inspector really, but I still get leads, people landing on my fake website. It's called BigBenInspections.com if you wanted to take a look at it. And so I've had a ton of visitors actually visiting me, and I'm not even an inspector. That's how well InterNACHI just pulls in people looking for an inspector in my zip code. Okay. And then on the left side, you can manage your jobs if you're getting jobs through InterNACHI. Your apps are there, your business development, and your logos are there. Logos, and we have a ton of logos. And that's because we have a ton of certification programs that are all accredited by the U.S. Department of Education. When you go through a certificate program, you get access to use the logo. And so if you wanted to be a healthy homes inspector, it's right there. There's a lot to do to be a healthy homes inspector because obviously you're not doing a home inspection, you're providing a little bit more value in determining whether a house is healthy or not. And there's actually 8 factors that determine whether a house is healthy. It has to be safe, dry, environmentally friendly, no environmental hazards, conditioned, etc. And you go through the certification program, and you can add this different type of certification to your resume, to your qualifications, to your website, to your credibility. Add credibility by taking more certifications that you actually need, right? You want to, when I did an inspection, I was disappointed that I only did a home inspection. I always wanted to bundle other services and ancillary services. That's where the profit is. So I wanted to do a home inspection in my area, a radon, and a termite. And I made over $1,000 a day by doing that. I did 2 a day. Each inspection was about $500 to $600. And so that was really good gross revenue and a lot of profit in there because I was certified to do ancillary services. So InterNACHI has those resources for you, and it's through your membership dashboard. Training, certification, and continuing education. Please keep learning. We have a ton of courses, and you're required anyways. Once you become a member of InterNACHI, we have a continuing education policy, and it's 24 hours a year, but the courses are all free and online to InterNACHI members. Software and inspection report writing. So we have resources for that. So if you go to nachi.org/report review, we have a very basic inspection checklist that you could use. And you click that green button and you get to the software that we have. So I started one already, and here's what it kind of looks like. I was just testing it out. I have these categories on the left: the roof system, exterior, basement foundation, crawl space roof structure, heating, cooling, plumbing. So you can go through it, and this is a way for you to write an inspection report that doesn't count. I wouldn't send this report to any client. What you really need is software. But here's an online inspection checklist that you can use if you're new and you want to practice. But you do have to have software. So on that same page where you click the green button to get to the checklist, scroll down and you have some resources about software, starting with free home inspection checklists. So there's various types of inspections that you can do. For example, you could do a home inspection, but you can also do a pool inspection or a CDOC inspection or just a roof inspection. And these checklists help you build your own template that you would incorporate into your software. Speaking of software, we have tips on how to write software inspection reports using software. So there's a link here to how to write an inspection report using a mobile device. So I just recently did a home inspection. When I do a home inspection now, cameras follow me. So I'm producing a training video, and I did a home inspection with a new type of software, and it ran on a mobile device, and you could take pictures, you could take video. The video is embedded in the report. It's all online, it's cloud-based, and I show you how easy it is actually. So if you haven't gotten into the software yet, you really should. And we have an e-commerce partner, InspectorOutlet.com, and they sell software, and the software companies provide discounts to InterNACHI members. So that's on InspectorOutlet.com. And if you can't find that resource, just yell out to me. I can send you a link to that software. Branding, marketing, and website. Let's see, Edward makes a comment. Mike, okay, just looking at the questions. Again, if you have any questions, type them into your chat area, and I or Mike or both of us will answer it for you. Branding, marketing, and website, you log into your account and you click the business development tool on the left side. We already did that. Or go to NACHI TV, NACHI.TV. This is my favorite show. This is the only TV program that I watch. In fact, if you're a home inspector and you're running a business, I would suggest that you do not have a favorite TV show, that you don't binge watch on anything. You should be doing about 30 minutes to 60 minutes working on your business, not in your business. Working in your business is doing the inspections, the fun part. You got to work on your business sometime in the early morning, lunch hour, at night, working on doing your business, working on your business. And one of the things you could do to help you figure out what you want to do with your business is to watch one of these videos like on marketing. So you scroll down and you click the marketing tab. There's a few videos that I really like that I wanted to share with you. One of them is 7 tips to destroy the commodity of home inspections. So if you don't know what the word commodity is, I didn't know either. I had to look it up. Look it up. And commodity means something that's interchangeable. Something that this person does is the same thing as this person. There's really no difference. And that is a world that home inspectors do not want to live in, because actually we are a commodity. You can think about it as that. We perform kind of like the same, I inspect the same stuff as you. We perform it into home inspection according to a standard that we all follow. We write good inspection reports. We identify problems. So what makes you different than your competition? What makes you different from all the rest? What makes you stand out from the crowd? What makes you different than any home inspector that could be interchanged with you? So that's part of your marketing, right? Your brand is the answer to the question, why should I hire you instead of the other person? And your marketing is that kind of stuff that sends out that message of your brand. Your marketing is like speaking to real estate agents, your website, your printed marketing, your business card, your logo design, right? And your brand is answering the question, why should I hire you? Otherwise, if there's nothing different between me and Mike in Hawaii, who's going to get the job? Probably someone that provides incredible, overwhelming value. And the story that I always tell is, I go to Macy's and I go to the men's watch department, and some of the watches on the left are like for $10, and some of the watches on the right are for $500. It's all a commodity. They all do the same thing. They tell the time, and they're all on time, right? But what makes it so that the $500 watch can demand such a high price? And it's because of perceived value. If the perceived value in business, the general rule is if the perceived value is greater than the cost, then it's a good decision. So if I perceive that there's incredible amount of value on the watches to the right that are worth hundreds of dollars, I'm gonna pull out my money and I'm gonna buy those watches, right? That's what the world we live in. We're all telling the same time. We're all doing the same home inspection. So you have to figure out why you're better than the rest. Why you can demand, if you can provide incredible value, then you can increase your fee as well. So that lesson is about a 15-minute lesson in that one video. There are other lessons as well in those videos on NACHI TV, and I highly recommend, if you can't attend a live presentation, just watch one of the videos. And that's what you should do at night as you're working on your business at night. Calculating profitable fees. A lot of inspectors spy on their competition and say, well, Mike's charging $350. I guess I'll charge $350. That sounds about good. Let's see how it goes. Let's turn on the phone, see what happens. And those type of decisions really just ruin a business, because calculating a profitable home inspection fee has very little to do with feelings, and it has everything to do with math. So there's a business course that we have that teaches you that mathematical equation and provides you a couple of examples of home inspectors who calculate a profitable fee. You have to figure out how much you want to earn. That's, what's your desired annual salary? You have to figure out what's your overhead costs, what are your costs. And you have to figure out also how much do you want to work? I mean, do you want to work only 3 days a week? Well, there's some math involved. And basically it's, you put money and divide it by time. And the amount of money you want that in that factor, in that top numerator, you want the gross amount of revenue to be huge. divided by a little bit of time. Make a lot of money in a little bit of
Hey,
time.
hey, Ben, can I interject here?
Yeah, go for it.
To what you're saying about perceived value and setting your fees, it's always been my thought that somebody is the highest priced inspector in your area. Somebody is the best inspector in your area. Why shouldn't you be both of those things? When we started out, I found out what everyone else was charging. I did a lot of research, and then I started out $50 higher than the rest of them. I was the new guy, but I did it just for those reasons that you're talking about.
Yep.
We provide, I feel really, I believe this, that we provide the best value than anyone else in our market, even though we are, at this point, we are at least 20 to 25% higher than anyone else in my market. Part of that is because of the things that we provide, like the buyback guarantee.
Yep.
So it's been a good strategy for us, and it works for just the reason you said. There's got to be a reason the $500 watch is $500, and we really try and capitalize on that.
And that's amazing to have someone like Mike in the group of inspectors who is pushing the envelope up higher. Actually, I don't know if you know this, Mike, but you are looked upon as a leader in order for everyone else to come up in their prices. Because if it wasn't for the leaders pushing the prices and the fees higher and higher, everybody would be battling for the lowest, cheapest price, right? And we don't want to be battling each other to see how low we could do an inspection for, right? So we need the leaders of the industry, of the market, to keep pushing up, pushing everybody upwards. What's the thing? A rising tide lifts all boats?
Amen.
Yeah, yep. So I believe we haven't raised our home inspection fees for about 30 years. We're still charging only a couple $100 for a home inspection. And the value of the information that you actually provide is incredibly critical to make a smart decision. So we should be charging based upon value.
Ben, if I could.
Yep, go for it.
Frequently, I'm sure everyone does here, you get a call as, well, how much is a home inspection? The very first thing that I say is, well, let me tell you right off the bat, our fees are going to be 20 to 25% higher than any other quote that you get. We do things differently here at KHIS. Can I tell you what it is that we do differently?
Yeah.
And then they say, well, yeah, please. And then I go down all of the services that we're offering that no one else is, everything that we're providing that no one else is. And we have about I guess a 90 to 95% close rate on calls of, well, how much is a home inspection? Because we deliver on the value. And guys, especially here in Hawaii, when people are dropping a minimum of $500,000 on a home, my thought is, well, what's the difference? I mean, they're really going to quibble over $125, and that's the way we present it. And we've done very well with that model.
That's right, Mike. And also, don't charge based upon the amount of time. If you are an efficient home inspector and you get your home inspections done in less time than I do, that's great. That's wonderful. There's another story about Picasso, about value. So Picasso was in a coffee shop, and a beautiful young woman passes by Picasso and realizes it's Picasso, Pablo Picasso, and she asks him to do a sketch for him of her on a napkin, and she slides a napkin and a pen over to Pablo Picasso. And he kind of reluctantly does it, because everybody does this to Pablo Picasso. But he takes a moment and he grabs the pen and the napkin and sketches the lady in his abstract way and slides the napkin back. And it's like, it's a Pablo Picasso abstract drawing. And she is so flattered that she quickly tries to grab the napkin off the table, and Pablo slams his hand down and goes, "Oh, madam, that'll be $5,000. And she goes, well, $5,000, it only took you 30 seconds to draw it, you know? And Pablo Picasso goes, no, madam, it didn't take me 30 seconds. It took me 30 years to draw that. So when you're performing a home inspection and you do it in 2 or 3 hours, it took you years to get to that speed, right? So don't ever charge just because you did an inspection in an hour or two. Charge totally based upon value. So that's my little tip.
Very good.
Let's see. We have a couple of comments. Derek, I see Mike, you already replied to Derek, so that's great. So again, if you have any questions.
He does have a question about
Yep.
what percentage are condos.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I
don't know.
Yeah. I'll reply to that later.
Okay. But as a home inspector, you're fully qualified to do condos. I used to do apartment buildings where there's like a unit within a 6-story building. I just did the unit in there. I made sure that I tweaked my inspection agreement just so everyone knows that I'm not doing the foundation, which is a couple levels below me, and I'm not doing the roof, that we're only doing really the interior. It was like you crack the door open and then my job starts. It's nothing on the exterior or anything. So as a home inspector, it's really good. The training you still get applies to the condo. Let's see, calculating profitable fees. Oh, we didn't even do it. So you log into your account and then click the apps on the left side. So let me show you that real quick. When you want a calculator, actually. So let me slide the browser over. I'll show you what we have here. You want to log into your account and you click the apps. And there's a fee calculator top right, and you launch that fee calculator, and it's kind of cool. So it's a good exercise. Maybe you've already tuned it in and you're tweaked in really well with your fees, but maybe you're starting to consider why some of the revenue and the costs are not working out for you. So how many miles do you drive one way? Let's just say 5 miles. How old is the home? Let's say 20. How large is the home? Let's say 3,000 square feet. How busy are you? About average. And based upon my base price, $625, what do you think my fee is going to be if I charge for those things? It's going to be about that, $625. But what if it was, what if you
Raise your fees, Ben, if you're moving to Hawaii.
Okay. How large is the home? 3,000. The cool thing about this is if you're completely swamped, right, your fee goes up. This fee calculator calculates that you should be charging over $800. So you have to think about that. Maybe your pricing is dynamic, where you have a base price, but depending upon how far away it is, how old it is, how large it is, and how busy you are, your fees kind of adjust, right? So you have to think about that as well. And that's really a great way to think. Like, you don't have to be stuck with $250 doing a home inspection, that you can have a base price and adjust with other factors in mind. So you can use that fee calculator to practice your business strategy. Handling complaints, NACHI.org/insurance. And if you go there, we have a couple different, we have a supplemental health insurance and dental and vision. But if you scroll down, there's Joe Denler, InterNACHI's legal team, talking about how to handle complaints. And there's also these flyers. You can take a look for even more detail about the claims assist. So when you sign up for InterNACHI insurance, there's a team of attorneys and consultants that help you resolve complaints before you file a claim. Usually my business attorney, when I was a home inspector back then, I wish I had this errors and omissions claims assist program, would have a template letter, and I would fill out the details. He would put it on his letterhead and send it out. It was the same thing. It was such a hard reply that it usually resolved any issue that came up that got to an attorney's level. Before that, though, in my inspection agreement, I had a clause where my client agrees that I have a visitation right. I can visit the property. So I still clearly remember there was a claim that was going to be formalized by my prior client, and I came out to visit the property, and it was a defect that was actually covered, a foundational crack that was covered by furniture during the inspection. It was conspicuously placed in front of this crack, and I had taken a picture, fortunately, of the basement and this heavy wooden cabinet covering the crack. So I was able to explain, obviously, after the seller moves, they take the cabinet away and there's this crack that wasn't visible during the time of the inspection. I have a picture of the restriction. And also, even if that didn't work, me being there kind of dissolved the issue, because it's hard to be mad at somebody when you're face to face with them. So I resolved a lot of issues like that. During my lunch hour, I would fly over to another property that may have had an issue, or I was following up with something, and talk to my client that I met maybe a few months ago, and they have an issue, and I would come in like an advisor. It would initially start with like a complaint, but then they would see me as an advisor, because that's how I'd present myself. I wouldn't come in apologetic. I would come in from like a higher position, coming in as a consultant about what to do next, because obviously this defect wasn't visible during my home inspection. Those kind of keys to resolve issues come with this advice and this team at NACHI.org/insurance. So you maybe want to check that out. Marketing to real estate agents and getting job leads. We did a little bit of that about getting those job leads, but we actually have resources at NACHI.org/presentations. If you wanted to do a presentation to a real estate office on your own, InterNACHI recommends not blabbing too much about yourself. Get in, get out, provide valuable information that's sweet, concise, short. No one wants to die over PowerPoint. Feed people, bring in candy or whatever you want to do. But we have some slideshows that you can customize. So the first the page or slide of the slideshow PowerPoint is for your logo and your contact information. Here's an example, like you can talk about AFCIs. We have a deck for you about deck safety and landscaping and lighting. Some of those are energy topics. And then there's the free CE for agents. You can tell agents at the end of your 5-minute presentation that to renew your license, you can contact me. We have a free online CE provided by InterNACHI, and there are other resources as well. So I would come in with the buyback program, negligent referral protection, so an agent feels free to refer their client to you. And then there's a $10,000 honor guarantee and all these other things. And a couple videos about what really matters in a home inspection and a home maintenance book and realtor testimonials. So you can use all these resources to help you present something interesting, excuse me, to real estate agents. So we have that resource as well. And the next one is one-to-one custom coaching. So there's a lot of things that InterNACHI provides, but it's really up to you to do it. We don't really have a service to hold you accountable for things and follow up on you. Hey, how's your website going? But there is one, and I know her. It's inspectorcoach.com. So you may want to take a look at inspectorcoach.com for coaching services. Also, she has a store for tools, and that's through Amazon. But I'd go to the downloads tab on her website and download the free 8 steps checklist. It's free. There's also tips for marketing to real estate agents and home buyers. I think that's $5. And there's other things too. So if you want one-on-one custom coaching, she'll assess where you are, she'll set some goals with you, and then make a plan that's custom to your business. It's a pretty good service. Here are NACHI.org job leads. We already talked about the job leads, but what you want to do is to log into your account, scroll down the dashboard to see recent leads generated to your website. And it's really up to you having a website. Remember NACHI TV? I sent you to NACHI TV. I teach on how to build your own website. and it's free. There are some free packages out there, and you don't even pay for it. And don't freak out about building a website on your own. If you are a home inspector and you are writing reports, that means you are adding pages, just like you can add pages to a website. You are writing text, just like you can write text to a website. You can find the text from our marketing team if you don't know what to say on your website. And you're uploading pictures to your inspection report, you can upload pictures to a website. And there are templates that are so easy. You just drag and drop. I swear, within 15, 20 minutes, you can have a home page that looks really beautiful, and then spend some time on the other pages. But make sure you update your profile, and there's a big green button to update your profile and add your website. And if you don't have a website, good luck. Live training on NACHI TV, NACHI.TV. You've seen this before. This is a lot of fun. This is where you'll see me live. You can ask me any kind of question about home inspections. But if you click the button register for free, you can register for any webinar. It's free. And then get the video link, the link to the video recording of the webinar, and watch it later if you want. But tomorrow we talk about water, 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 and how to avoid the top 50% of claims about water. And then there's all these other webinars coming up. So it's a pretty busy schedule. See what you're interested in and register. And then we have, this is really my last slide for you, and then I'll give you some homework to do. It's 15-step checklist for success. So if you're wondering where everything is, what the heck that was a fire hose down my throat of information, go to nachi.org/everything tonight. That's probably your homework. And take a look at the 15-step checklist. Step 1 of the 15 steps is to join InterNACHI, and you're already there. Step 2 is to get certified. You may be a certified professional inspector, a certified home inspector through InterNACHI, but we have 45 additional types of inspector certifications. Why would you do that? Again, in order to build your credibility, in order to build an ancillary inspection service that you offer, because that's where the profit is. Your members only account, log into that. Step 4, we have a free business course for home inspectors. It's a home inspection business course, and it's free and online. You can scan through that. I like chapter 11, where we figure out how to calculate a profitable inspection fee. Step 5, step 6, here's step 6, your website. So we have resources that I talked about your website. What is the most recent thing about websites is, well, being online is really important. And one of the things you could do is get Google. Google was the big search, right? You can get reviews from your clients and customers. If you've been in business for a while, reach back a few months and ask for reviews. They still remember you, and put them online. And how to do that? Well, we have a little link. It says show up on Google, and you want customer reviews, and you want a listing as well. So if people are searching for your website, it pops up in a Google search organically. You can do a map or a paid ad, but we want you popping up as well. So there's a lot of resources for you, and that's the 15-step checklist. There's step 8 is how to boost your business. There's some really interesting advanced kind of marketing strategies to boost your business. And then your homework is just log into your account and learn how to access everything. Click around, see what's going on with your account, see what tools are available. I went through some of the highlights of it all, but our goal at InterNACHI is to help you be successful by providing everything that you need all in one place. So go log into your account and open up your dashboard and click around. And hook up with Mike, who's online, and build your chapter. One of the things that is fantastic about InterNACHI is the community of inspectors. So what you want to do is you want to rub elbows with your friendly competitors. If you can't get to the same island and at the same time, maybe you can do it online, right? And talk to each other and share one another some information. Like some chapters open up with everyone goes around and talks about the one strange defect that they found that was surprising, and they share it with everyone else. so that everyone starts to build their business and get better and better, so that your friendly competitors are successful too. So I highly recommend making this chapter that Mike has started to be really successful in Hawaii. And maybe I'll see you in the summertime in Hawaii. Maybe I'll come and visit everybody. Mike, do you have any parting words?
I think this has been a very good first meeting. If you look at the chat, I've asked the guys what other topics they'd like to talk about in future meetings.
Yep.
Do you have any suggestions, Ben?
I would, everybody is interested in boosting their business. So I would probably suggest, what is the marketing strategies that are successful with everybody? And let's share a little bit of it. You don't have to tell me everything confidential, but what is it that you're doing that I could do? And because you're on islands, right, you're not really competing with each other. So maybe different islands have different markets, but you can share online. So that's what I would do. Share successful stories, and then share defects too, because that's what we're all trying to find successfully as well. So share your defects and share your success strategies.
Well, I'll help whoever else all I can, but Kauai is mine.
Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for taking some time in your busy schedule to hang out with your new chapter president, Mike, and me from InterNACHI way over here in Colorado. And be sure to keep talking to each other, find each other, and bump into each other and get online and have another successful chapter meeting. And maybe I'll attend the next one. Sound good, Mike?
Yes, yep.
All right.
Just everyone else out there, I'm going to put something on our chapter site pretty quick. We've got a lot of questions today that have been chatted in. We got a couple guys just entering into the industry. We'll figure out a way to hook up to discuss some of these questions, whether it's on the forum site or we also have a Facebook page.
Oh, yep.
In fact, let me pull it up right now, and I'll post the link to it. How's that?
Yeah.
Just a moment.
I think it looks like this, if everybody can see. It's facebook.com/808HIN. Is that right?
Yep, and
there it
the
is.
link right there.
Right. Excellent. All right, everybody.
And then through that, we can chat privately and all that. Hey,
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate your time.
All right, Mike. Success to you and to you all. Bye, everybody.
All right. Aloha.